All right, so we just wait another 5 more minutes. Okay, we need to wait for the other to join us. Is everyone here? I see there's only 11 person, 11 car. 443, yes. Only 11. Okay. 4 more people, okay. Shall we just wait another? Yeah. 4 more minutes. If by 9:10 they are still not around, then we just start, okay? All right, so now it's 9:10 a.m. already. Okay, so we're going to start, all right? Okay, so yeah, let me know if you are not able to hear my voice, okay? All right, before we start, okay, I need to know until which part have you guys done the practical? I believe it's practical 5. Is it still in practical 5? Anyone? Practical 5, page 8. Okay, hold on, let me check. Page number 8. Okay, So now I will share the screen to you guys. I just need to know where do you guys stop. Okay, so did you guys able to see the screen? Okay, good. So it's page number 8. Is it this one? Have you done with this? This is page number 7. You guys did this one already? Fire once trigger. Fire once trigger. Where is it? Is it still in the? Is it this one? No, no, it's page 8, page 8, page 8. Let me check. No, it's here. Fire once trigger. Statement level trigger. Is it? Okay, so we're going to continue from here. So we're going to finish everything on this chapter 5. Okay. Chapter 5. Okay. So I believe you guys have the script already. Okay. Posted in classroom. Okay. I believe you guys have that one already. Yeah. So yeah, this one is continuous from yeah the, this page. So I believe this one you guys already done with this. Okay. So here let's check. Okay. So I'm just going to continue from Miss Christie uh, practical. Okay. So we stop. Okay. So yeah, I'm just going to go through this one with you guys. Okay. So I believe you guys are more expert. Okay. You guys know already what to do. Okay. So I just go through with it, and if there's some problem, then we discuss it together. Is it alright with you guys?
Okay.
Alright. Okay, so now before I start, is everyone here? Let me check the screen. Okay, one more person is not here. And who that will be? Kelvin is Kelvin here? No, Kelvin. Terra, later on. Okay, so we just proceed with this. Okay. Alright. Fire once trigger or the statement level trigger. We look at this one. Okay, so the trigger examples, okay, given above will activate for every row. Okay, this one. Okay, they will trigger every row, okay, of record being manipulated. So you guys know what is being manipulated. Okay, and such triggers are, okay, they are called a row level trigger. Okay, they trigger by row. Okay, so we may also create a trigger that only fire once. Okay, only one time. Even though the insert, update, delete events, they may be manipulated more than one row of record. Okay, this only fire once. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. Okay, so consider this following. Okay, so here we want to know to perform a simple tracking of the employees table. Okay, we would like to record the numbers of insert, update, delete activities that is performed on an employees table. Okay, so we're going to look this one. Okay, I'd like to record the number of insert, update, and delete. How many times it's been recorded. Okay, so we do not need to know the exact number of records being manipulated. So, okay, so we just want to know if some of the DNL activities are being performed. So first thing first, okay, create the employees audit table. Okay, so yeah, let's do on this one. Okay, so before that, I need to open my SQL first. Okay, so I believe you guys can do this one together. Okay, for that, I need to open my SQL first. Let it run. Okay, I believe my SQL is still 0. Never mind. Hold on now. Let me look for it first. Are you disable? Oh, okay, so you guys are not able to see it. Right? Okay, so we stop sharing. Let me try with this one. Okay, I will stop sharing. Okay, we're sharing the whole screen. Let me see. Okay, so I believe you guys are able to see. Okay, so in this case, for this trigger, okay, which user should we use? It,
System admin.
again,
System admin.
system admin. Okay, so let's get into the system admin. Do we need to be in the XE PDB or remain in the XE container?
Hmm, not sure.
Not sure. Okay, so let's get into this one. Okay, the session container. Okay, so yeah, we'll just try this one first. PDB1. Okay, okay. Is it session set? Is it set? Get into this one. Okay, so pluggable database does not exist. TDD. TDD. X3 or XE? XE, huh? Okay, sorry. Wrong input. Okay, so can we okay, so I'll just automatically go. There to press it. Okay, unable to modify the shortcut. Okay, one, so thing is getting bigger now. Okay, alright, so what are we going to do? Actually is on this one, we're going to create the employees audit table. Okay, so if you like to type, then you can type. Okay, if you like to copy, then you can copy also. But yeah, for the best practice is, okay, make sure you are, it's better for you to type, okay, so that you will be getting used to typing. Okay, oh, just because this one is too big and now I'm not able to do it something. So create table employees. Okay, but it's better not to say better lah. Much more easy if you do it this one in text. Then all you need to do is just run the text. Okay, and let's go in Notepad. Okay, much more easy. Okay, or okay, we just copy lah, make it easy. We able to copy this one? Okay, Tiran. Okay, so the table is created. Okay, so we created a table. Okay, then we need to examine and create a trigger tree.sql code. Okay, so this is an example of Fire1's trigger. So I believe you guys have already downloaded this text. Okay, so all you need to do is just to run this text. Okay, so yeah, let me get this text first. Okay. Uh, okay, so I just download the text. Okay, so now we're going to run this text, see whether working or not. Okay, so if you guys working, then congratulations. If not working, there must be something problem. Okay, so let's start this. Okay, let's run this trigger. Okay, so how to run this one? What is the command? Anyone? Anyone know what is the command for this? Okay, let's try with this one. Okay, start drive location and let me check. Where it says that start ADM. Okay, using ADM. Oh, yours is in this location. Okay, command I put it in this location, then yeah, use that one. Okay, if you put in another location, you need to know your location actually. Okay, if it's not there, it will be problem. Okay, never mind. So I just start this one. Okay, I just put in the C drive. Okay, is it SQL? It is SQL. Okay, create or replace the employee. Okay, it cannot be trigger on object owned by the system admin. So I believe we are not able to run with system admin. Okay, we need to log in with a user. Okay, so any user that we created. Okay, let's try again. See, no, because we are not able. Okay, because we are. So how are we going to connect to another user? So here I believe mine. Okay, so I just connect mine. Okay, I have this connect here. Okay, I believe you know the password also. Identified by will be the password. Okay, and then add local host. Okay, this one is 1521 applicable, and this one is under XEPDB1. Okay, so we are connected. Okay, so yeah, I think okay, we should create the table, this table under the user also. Okay, because just now we created in the system admin. Okay, when we create this one and when we want to run the trigger with the admin, we are not able to do that one. So let's just create this one. Okay, in the user mode. Okay, with this TR. Right. Now let's try and start the trigger. Okay, so you can use this symbol also. If you want to type start, you can use those symbols also. And I believe this one is SQL. Okay, it's not able to use this one. Okay, never mind. This is start. Unable, I believe this one is TXT. Okay, so the trigger is created. Okay. So are you guys with me? You guys able to do this one also?
Oh yeah.
All right, good, good, good. Okay, so let's take a look when we're done with this one. Okay, so now there is a question over here. What is the difference between a row level trigger and the statement level trigger? Okay, so if you perform an update that will affect 10 rows, okay, a statement level trigger will fire once and row level trigger will fire 10 times. Okay, so it will do 10 times the trigger. Okay, so a statement level trigger does not have access to individual column value. It does not have. Okay, so a row will be this one. Okay, column will be so what we call vertical or horizontal. Vertical, okay. A row level trigger does have an access to a column value. Okay, so see the difference between the row level and the statement level. All right. So now let's take a look at this one. Instead of trigger for updating a view. Okay. So recall that the complex view cannot be updated. Okay. So for an example, consider the following requirement to show each employee's reporting line. Okay, so select employee number, last name, going to select these things. Okay. See whether mine is created or not. Let's start on this one. So we select the employee's number. Okay, hopefully it's not case sensitive because I'm just acting with this small letter. Okay, so now it's run. So let's check. Okay, it's a lot of employee over here. Okay, it does not. Okay, I'm not sure whether yours is written like this one, but this one is not in order. Okay, employee number, last name, and then they jump here to be the first name, job title, and reports to. If it can display better, and okay, like employee number, last name, first name, job title, reports to, then it will be easy. Okay. So here we can see the employee number for the first person over here, first employee. Okay, employee number 1056, the last name will be Patterson, first name is Mary, so it's Mary Patterson. The job title as the VP sales. Reports to 1002. Okay, we have Jeff. Who else do we have? Nishi, Mami Nishi. Okay, Jared Kondo. Okay, these are all the employee tables. Okay. So what if we also want the names of the manager to be displayed? Okay, so now it's just only the employee. Okay, so now we're going to also want to get the manager to be displayed. Okay, so the following view will list employees and manage other employees. Okay, this one for me to do is just copy and paste. Okay, make it easy, just copy it, or if you would like to type, you can type. Okay, but it's recommended for you just to type. Okay, and that will get used to those commands. Okay, if you just copy and paste, sometimes okay, you will tend to forget. Okay, so let's do the hard way. Okay, by typing. Okay, so I have a problem with typing over here because I couldn't see. Just This one smaller. This side. All right. So hopefully it's not that sensitive. Okay. So just type replace view manager. View as. Okay. So second row here will be select this thing. This thing. WKR reports to reporting to to as manager ID comma space manager last name sorry manager first name manager job title. Okay. From employees manager employee check employees okay, are worker. Okay, where worker reports to with the manager employee number. Okay, so hopefully it will run. Okay. Okay, so view is created. So we are able to view right now. Okay, so if I look at this one again, if you need to change the title of MP5, the employee ID 5 to a senior sales manager, the following is the DML. Okay, so update the manager view, set the job title as the senior sales. This one is representative, where the manager ID is 1621. Okay. Okay, so now let's do this select and see whether you're able to view the manager. Okay. So just by using the up arrow, this one is select listing, this one. Yeah. Okay, so this one what we are looking for is only the employee number. Okay, report to. Is there any report to? It must be, let's look at from the top. Okay, only report to, it doesn't show. Okay, employee number, last name, first name, job title. Okay, it doesn't show reports to whom. Okay, for this one, but not combine. Sales representatives. Oh, okay. Hold on, let me check with this one. Sales manager. Is there any update from here that differentiate from the? I don't know. Nothing changes. Okay, because we are viewing only the employees. Okay, so just scroll down back here. Okay. All right. Okay, so is there anything changes? Okay, set line size to 3000. Where do you get that one? No. Okay, so where do you set it to the line 3000 or where did you put that one? After which? name, name. Same place we put the select plus. Is it only here?
I mean, just put one single line of code in the.
Okay, can you put in the chat box there?
Only this set line size.
Line size.
Yeah.
So that one I need to put it in the select. Okay, let me try with that one. Okay. So yeah. So what should I
Yeah,
have?
just
Just set
just
lines.
yeah.
Okay. Size of 3,000. Just like that. Okay. Then
Yeah.
look at this one. Okay. Thank you for that. Oh, okay. But still, this is line 2,000. Last name, first name. Okay, so I believe I need to add more of this line size. Okay, check. Let's try and put it 5,000. See what happens. Still the same. Okay. It's still reported to this number. The number. Okay, like no problem with the number. Okay. Hold on. All right. So where are we just now? Okay, we have done with this one. Okay, the view with this the employee that manage other employee. Okay, when we do this one. Okay, so if you guys are able to see that one then. Okay. Okay. So never mind. Let's just continue with this. Okay, if you need to change the title, the employee ID 5 to the senior sales manager. The following is the PML. Okay, so we just on this one. Yes, we just minimize this one so that I'm able to see. Okay. All right. Let's start with the update manager view. Okay, so set the job title senior sales representative. Okay, so where the manager ID is 161. Okay, there is an error. Job title supposed to be set job title must be in line with the manager ID is 161. We execute this command. Okay, update manager view. Okay, data manipulation not legal on this view. Okay, so we are not able to do this one. Is there any problem with this? Okay, the error is line 1, update manager view. Okay, so what are the problems? The first one is regarding the job title. Okay. Anyone getting the same thing here? Is that me and Noel? Any of you? Oh, memang has the problem kah? Never mind. Okay. So before we continue with this one, okay, I believe we need to take 10 minutes break first. Okay. Oh, can directly set. Okay. So we just took a break first. Okay. Around 10 to 15 minutes, then we are back. Okay. With more of this. All right. So take a break first. Okay. Don't stress your mind. Okay. Doing this, relax. Okay. You need to distress. All right. So okay, so now is 9:41. So we should get back at 9:51. Okay, 10 minutes break. All right. Okay. All right. So let's take a break, and I'll be seeing you after 10 minutes. Right. Yeah, Noel.
Oh, there's a question in the article. So yeah, maybe the error is yeah, memang.
Memang there is an error, kan?
Okay.
Okay, never mind. We continue later on. All right. So we just take a break first. All right. All right, are you guys ready with this? Can we continue? All right, so I believe you guys are all in. Okay. Let me check the attendance again. Is anyone missing here? Anyone? Can somebody notify me? Who's missing? Who's not in? Never mind. Let me go through with the name list first, okay? Hold on, guys. Is Elvin here? Elvin ada. Elvin. Celine, are you in? Yeah. Elvin is there. Daniel also here. Farah, yes, Farah. Ivan also here. Ivan, mana sudah Ivan? Ivan there. Okay. Jeremiah? Is Jeremiah in? Oh, yeah. Okay. Thank you, Jeremiah. Noel is in. Ning Lin Chin. Oh, yeah, there. Okay, all right. See, Jonathan also here. Russell, you're not in. Yes, Russell. Okay. All right, thank you, Russell. Kelvin is here. Shakon Ken also here. Nathan, are you here, Nathan? Oh, okay, right. I cannot see your full name, and that's why you guys to respond to me. How Yap here juga. Okay, Wong Yap how. Check. Okay, thank you. Wong to. Okay, all right. So everyone is here. Okay, good. All right, so we're going to continue, right? Let me share the screen. All right. So notice when we do this one, we are having an error. Okay, not legal on this view. Okay, and why this thing happened? Okay, look at this practical task. Okay, there is an error message. Of course, the error message will be come out. Okay, because of this one operation of legal on this view. That's why it will be like that. Okay, so let's proceed. Okay, so we will use an instead of the trigger to update and complex view. Okay, so yeah, we'll be going to type this command, okay, and execute it. Okay, and let's do on this one. Okay, so for those who have done this one, okay, good enough. Okay, for those who have not done this one yet, then yeah, you can follow along. Okay, so let's create that or replace trigger. Okay, so update manager view. Okay. Actually, you can straight away type, okay, this whole command, okay, if you want, or you can type it row by row. Okay, just like that. Okay, so here the number is indicate the second row instead of update. Okay, on manager view. Okay, for each row, okay, begin. So this one allow following updates to the underlying employees table. Okay, so update employees, and we set job title new job title. Okay, so where the employees, sorry, employee number and we update from all manager ID. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so that's the trigger. Okay, so once we're done with that one, then let's take a look at here. Okay, so I believe we are in the last page on the be an exercise. That one that we might later on. Okay, so disabling and enabling a specific trigger will be this command. Okay, alter trigger track underscore the employee whether it's disabled or enabled, or disabling all triggers on the table. On the table is this alter the table product. Okay, disable all triggers. To enable, okay, enabling all the trigger for a table. Okay, just type alter table products, enable all triggers. Okay, so when the table is removed using a drop table, okay, so you drop the table, means say you are removing all the table. Okay, all trigger associated with the table will also be dropped. Okay, means say the trigger also is being removed. Okay, because you remove the table, you drop the table, so anything that come with the table, okay, the trigger will also being dropped or deleted. Okay, so we're done with this one. Okay, so let's try and look at this one. Is there anything? Is there any changes? Right? Let's try and do this one. Select. Okay, once the trigger is created. Okay, so I'm just trying to look at this one. Oh, okay. So I just type. Okay, select employee number. Announce name. See whether there is a update or not. From the employee order by reports. Still the same thing. Okay, so the type of president, sales representative, sales manager, EV. Okay, so now it's been sorted to not accordingly. Here's what we can find over here. It's only showing report to the specific ID. Okay, so what we can find over here is, okay, to trigger and complex view. Okay, so let's check before this. Our is it the same thing? Is it the same thing? Okay, nothing has changed. Okay, so this one is not. Yeah, let's check on this one. Yes, everything is the same. So this trigger actually is the update. Okay. So far you guys are able to do on this one.
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. All right. So let's try and do on this one. Okay, disabling and enabling this specific trigger. See what happens. Have you guys done with this one? Have you just tried? Let's do on this one. Alter trigger track employees. Okay, so let's try with disable. Okay, I'm going to put this. Okay. Track employees does not exist. Okay, on my SQL, I don't have this track employees table, so that's why the trigger are not able to do anything. Okay, so let's try with the product. Okay, so we're going to disable the product. Okay, so let's check the inscription product. Do I have this product? Okay, we have it. So it's shown like this one. Okay, so this one we need to set the line. What is it? The command again? Yeah, let's change to 3000. Okay, it's good. Okay, never mind. Just do it. Okay. So these are the products. So by these samples, what's going to be happen here? Okay, so alter the table of products. Okay, so here, this sample it. I'm not sure whether we are doing the product triggers. Okay, so the table is altered. So how are we going to look at this one? You guys have any idea on how to look at the trigger? Is there any? Anything that you can think of? Any of you? Okay, so are you guys able to do on this one, disabling, enabling the specific trigger just now? Or you get the same message with me? Have the message just now. I get the product, the track employees is not exist on my SQL. I'm not sure with yours. Okay, I don't have this track employees. Okay, so is it? Okay, so alter table product disable. Okay, so let's try and enable. Is it going to be right everything? So the table altered again. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. Okay, so before we go into the exercise, okay, let's take a recap on this one. Okay, we go through from the first page. Okay, see this trigger all about. Okay, so the learning objective for this practical actually to overview the trigger, type of trigger that we have. Okay, creating and modify the triggers, drop, enable, and disable will be the last thing we're going to do. Yeah. So I believe this one Miss Christie already talked to you guys. Okay, so these are the reference that you need to read. Okay, and these are the database on how to use the trigger. Okay, and these are the syntax. Okay, the syntax. Okay? So if you want to create or replace, okay, so these are the template. Okay? The only thing that you need to update trigger name, okay, what are the trigger name, okay, which table name, okay, which column, okay, is it before or after, delete, insert or updates, okay, the variable data type, the initial, the value, okay, so these are the template of trigger syntax. Okay. Okay, so in this database, okay, there will be a table. Okay, so the table, okay, like we just now the trigger is on the employee, okay, the employee table. Okay, so I'm just going to do the recap. Okay, so yeah, update, okay, update set, insert into this one or delete from table. Okay, so the update trigger begins, okay, when you using update. Okay, insert also there, delete also there. Okay, so in here consider this new scenario. Okay, so we now need to store 4 more details in the order table. Okay, so in the order table we need I want it to insert these 4 details on it. Okay, so yeah, going to use this command to insert all those things. Okay, so alter table order. So this one we're going to alter the table. Okay, we're going to add the order amount, the discount, the total discount, and the final total. Okay, so this one you guys done already. Okay, I believe you guys understand what this is all about. Okay, and once we're done with this one, okay, so you may check the description order. Okay, describe order. Okay, this one is describe. Okay, so able to look at this one, select order, see whether I can do have this one or not. Okay, no row selected. I think I don't have on this one. Okay, it's on the table. I have not done anything yet. Okay, so I still continue from the task that you are not done. Okay, so I believe if you guys have done this one, you're able to see that. Okay, so the order amount, total discount, and the final total can only be calculated after we insert the necessary data into the order details. Okay, we have order, you have order details. Okay, so this one you can look at, if I'm not mistaken, let's start at, okay, I don't have this orders. Is it orders? Okay. If I now total discount, I do have this order, but I am not able to select the order number or the amount because it's not, okay, there is an order amount, but there is no row selected. Okay, that is what I get. Okay, or might be I've not done with this yet. Yeah, let's take a look. Number, add order amount. 72 default by 0.00, and the discount will be 22. Okay, I do have actually, but when I cut on this one, it shows nothing. Okay, and of course we get nothing. Okay, oh, okay, sorry. Can I use this one? Okay, there is no row selected. Okay, but on this one, order amount, order details. Okay, we need to calculate. Okay, are these able to get into the SQL? Try and paste it. This is unknown. Okay, This is for calculation, not to insert in this SQL. Alright, so let's take a look at this one. Okay, so every time a new record is inserted into a order details table, okay, the above calculations should be accumulated automatically in the same order number record in the orders table. Okay, so yeah, I believe you guys have run this one already. Okay, customer month, okay, SQL monthly. I'm not sure whether I'm able done this yet, but never mind. So I'll just go through on this one. Okay, so to demonstrate the working of the trigger, we need to remove the order details. Okay, so I believe this one you guys done in the first task. Okay. Okay, so the general use of trigger over here. So we look at this one. Okay, trigger are to monitor changes to the database. Okay, take the appropriate action so that the important data information are not lost due to update and deleted. Okay, delete item. So most of the time, the trigger will have instruction to store important data information in a log or audit files. Okay, the trigger can also stop a DML statement. Okay, such as insert, update, or delete from executing by invoking a system error, such as before begin. So, example of this is the REST application error, or okay, if the REST application error is used after the trigger, the effect of the DML statement has taken place and may need to roll back. So, let us say if the REST application error used after the trigger, we need to say your has been altered, or we need to say has been modified, and then you need to roll back to the previous, let's say previous version. Okay, previous before you do this one. Okay, so the trigger is this one. Okay, to monitor changes, the general use. Okay, so this one which you guys have done on this one. Okay, delete all the details. I start with the trigger. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. This whole trigger. Okay, so this one is order empty. Okay, so after insert on dalam this order details. Okay, so for each row declare the amount, okay, the total number, the final total number, the discount number. So it begin with select discount into the B discount. And the database is discount. Okay, from the orders, okay, where the orders number new. Okay, new is the update. Okay, new price and new quantity. Okay, replacing the old one. Okay, so this one is in the begin, and the updates order to that. Alright. So insert, update the column value before the update, delete the column value before deletion. Okay, this is only a note. So the trigger number 2. Okay, so like this one you guys have done already. Okay, we automatically update the customer monthly spending every time there is an update of final total on the order. But of course, we are not able to look at this one because there is no purchasing from a customer. Okay, we didn't see on that one. Okay. So via the trigger, insert one order details record. So you guys done with this one also, right? You just done with this. Okay. Okay, so now they will ask you to check the update. So how you're going to check the update? Just select. Okay. Select this command to look what happened after you insert the order details. Okay, to check the updates. Okay, so this is for the task number. I believe this one is task number 1. Okay. So they ask you to roll back, okay, to get back to the previous previous database, okay, before done anything on the trigger. Okay, just the trigger we did here just to add the discount, okay, discount of the product. Okay, so in this class that we did just now, okay, in practicality there is a procedure price increase, okay, that accept we need to input a product code. Okay, so we do have our product code here. Let's check description product. We have product actually. Okay, product code does not exist. Product is, we have product code. Okay, so this one is under the products. Okay, under the product table there is a product code, product name, product line, product scale, product vendor, everything there is here. Okay. So however, a record can only be returned to the price audit. We have price audit over here. Okay, that table if the user execute the price, this one, okay, XXX procedure. So if an update to the product price was done by other means, okay, then the changes will not be recorded for future reference. So these are the things that we do just now, okay. Create a trigger automatically record the price changes of any product. Okay, but we can see the product. Okay. So create request trigger, okay, target, insert price audit. Okay. So the trigger after update of MSRP on products. Okay, so for each row begin with insert into the price audit, okay, the value. Okay, so this one new, okay, replacing the old one. Okay, new product code, new product name, the old MSRP has been changed into the new MSRP. So the user who are the user of the system date. Okay, so be able to modify the price increase possibly by removing the code that does the insert to the price audit. Okay, and these are the things that we are doing, okay, since this morning. Okay, so the trigger example given above will activate every row of record being manipulated. Okay, and this one is only we're looking at this fire once trigger. Okay, so we did create the employees audit table, and after that we're going to run this trigger command. Okay, and these are the example of the fire once trigger. Okay, so you know that this fire once trigger is this one. Okay, and just read this one to understand what is the fire once trigger. Okay, so for this trigger, let's take a look at this one. Okay, so we look at this track employees. Okay, the trigger is track employees. Okay, before the insert or update or delete on any employees, then we declare the variable date. Okay, begin select the trans date into the variable date, okay, from the employees audit. Okay, employees audit.